Hey, Ty here, so welcome to the VR Tech channel. I didn't really want to make a video about this as we keep talking about leaks about the Meta Quest 3S that probably is the worst kept secret ever in the VR industry. In fact, we know pretty much every single detail about it, and the only piece missing from it was, of course, the price. And well, surprise, surprise, guess what? Someone already just got served an ad for the Meta Quest 3S. And yeah, $299. That's the price. So let's talk about this last round of leaks with the battery, screens, lenses, price, storage, the fancy new button, and what is missing there. So well, let's get into it. Alright, here we are. So as we were saying, we know pretty much everything about the Meta Quest 3S. And it's kind of funny because I actually got invited to Meta Connect next week to actually probably check it out. But yeah, beside that, I can't wait to give you my first impressions actually using that thing and not just seeing it in every leaks online from months. So we can actually understand if it's gonna live up to the hype. Anyway, just a little reminder, if it's your first time here, the Meta Quest 3S is gonna be a cheaper version of the Meta Quest 3. What it's gonna retain is the processor to actually be able to run the same games of the, more premium headset, Meta Quest 3, but it's gonna be built on the base of the Meta Quest 2. So with those old lenses, the Fresnel lenses, and lower resolution screens. And apparently right now we know that it's going to be available starting in $299 for the 128GB version. So the same price of the Meta Quest 2 right now, even if that got discontinued. What does it gain from the Meta Quest 2? Well, it's going to be high-resolution mixed reality cameras to actually, use mixed reality applications, IR illuminators for better hand tracking, and as we said, a much more powerful processor. By the way, you also know the battery capacity that is going to be 16.7 watt-hours. That is actually smaller than the battery on the Meta Quest 3 that is actually 18.9 watt-hours, but actually bigger than the one on the Meta Quest 2 at 14 watt-hours. What does it mean? Well, actually not much, because the Meta Quest 3S is going to have a lower resolution panel, so you're not going to have to run the processor in the same way to actually show the games in the same way. And, well, the Fresnel lenses don't have the same quality when it comes to the edge clarity. Games can actually lower the resolution at the edges of the display without you even noticing, because that part is going to be blurry anyway. So yeah, battery life could be the same or even more than the Quest 3. And talking about more, we also had the first look at a new button that is going to be the action button that was also referenced in some of the meta stuff, and apparently it's going to be used to actually toggle the pass-through, so you're not going to have to tap twice on your headset anymore. And hopefully it's called action button because we're going to be able to actually, repurpose it for something else. It will be nice to have it as a mute button, for example. Overall though, what do you think about the $299 price that this thing is gonna have? I think that's a weird spot, to be honest, because it's very close to the price of the Meta Quest 3 that offers so much more when it comes to, visual clarity, because Fresnel lenses, they can be very, very good, but we know that Pancake are just a level above. It makes everything feels clearer and without the need of moving the lenses in the right position every time. It's just more user-friendly. And the weird thing is that the Quest 3S is actually meant to be for new people to get in VR at a lower price point, but those people are gonna have a worse experience, and as it happened in the past, maybe you get turned off by the fact that everything looks still blurry in VR nowadays in 2024. To be honest though, they have a point, because the Quest 2 is still outselling the Quest 3 in every single market and by a large margin. So the fact that they are replacing the Quest 2 at the same price with the Quest 3S, it kind of makes sense, because that means that they're going to be able to open the library of new games that is coming to a much broader audience, sell more games of course, and sell better headsets than a headset that is actually sold right now. Personally, if you can, I think it's better to save $200 and then go for the Quest 3 directly, but I'm gonna be able to tell you for sure once I actually try it next week, hopefully. The Quest 3S though sounds like a nice entry-level headset or something that you can have, with your Quest 3 when you want to show games to people or play together multiplayer in your home and you don't want to spend other $500 for it. But again, probably I'd rather get a used Quest 3 than a Quest 3S at full price. Maybe if it was $249 we would have a different conversation. I don't think that it's too expensive anyway. I think it's a fair price for the technology that is inside, but yeah, I'm really curious to hear what you think about it because we're getting very close to it. We know now everything about it, and I think that everyone right now can actually have a position, an idea on it, and I want to hear it. Anyway guys, stay tuned on the channel because I'm gonna try to cover everything from Meta Connect 2024. I'm gonna fly soon to San Francisco. It's gonna be a long one, and yeah, I'm gonna have some videos for you ready, hopefully. Anyway guys, I don't want to talk about the Meta Quest 3S anymore until I actually try it. I think we're all tired of it. We know everything about it, so yeah, see you soon.